Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and this is another episode of Merch Corner, where I talk to you about in real life merchandise that you can get related to Dead by Daylight. And well, today I went and picked up my comic books for Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I went a little crazy on it. I ordered extra copies. So Dead by Daylight comic book number 1 was released today from Titan Comics, and I'll show you all the covers that I got. I don't even have all of the covers that are available. Turns out there are 12 different covers for issue number 1. I only have 6 of them, so we'll show you what we got here. And remember, there is an opportunity to get a charm in game if you own any one of the copies of the issue number 1, and subsequent issues 2, 3, and 4 will also have charms associated with those comic books as well. So here we go. Here's the first one. This is cover what they call cover A by Ivan Tao here. This is the most common one, and this is actually what the charm is going to look like. No matter what cover you have of the comic book, when you get the charm, that's the one you're going to get. And then cover B is by Chris Sheehan here. That's cover B. Try and put these up here to reduce the glare for you there. Cover C this is what they call the in-game cover. So no artist recognized on this. This is just the in-game version here of Frank from the Legion. Cover D is Lenka Simakova. One here. And then we have cover E, and this is by Dillon Snook, who I believe is also the interior artist on the book here. Dillon Snook cover there, cover E. And then we have cover F, which is a red blank sketch cover. So the idea here is that, you know, if you're going to a convention and you meet one of the artists who worked on the book, they could sketch the Legion on there for you, and that'll be a keepsake for a convention. That's why that one's blank. And so there's a couple of other ones here that let me show you that I don't have. Check these out here. I'm just going to take you to the Forbidden Planet website because that seems like it has the most comprehensive information here. So, all right, there's cover 1A. So they did this limited edition Forbidden Planet exclusive Claudia Ionicello Virgin variant. Virgin just means that there is no text on the cover. It's just the art, pure art, no title on there or anything like that. And actually, there's also a Virgin variant of cover 1A as well. 650 of those were made. I only see it on eBay now. So Forbidden Planet does have this bagged and boarded Virgin variant, but it's 10 pounds. And they also have a foil version of that. I think that one's limited to 500, and that's 20 pounds. So you can go pretty deep on this if you want. They also are doing the pre-orders for issue 2, issue 3, and then they're going to have a Virgin variant with Julie on the cover for issue number 2. There's cover number 4 for B. Oh, that's the first time I've seen cover B. For issue 4, cover D for number 2, and here's the Forbidden Planet Virgin variant of issue number 3 with Joey on the cover. And this is the one I wasn't able to get from my comic shop. He didn't have G on his order form, so I was only able to get A through F, and G is the J Lee cover, so I'm gonna have to track that one down. And they also made a foil variant of the Jay Lee issue, but that seems sold out. So there's issue 4, cover A. Let's see. You know, these. Oh, and so I guess number 1 has sold so well that they've already made a second printing of issue number 1. This is that Jay Lee cover, but done in black and white. And that one is slated to come out in July, the same time that issue number 2 will release. So we're into printing number 2 on this comic book. Number 1 must have sold pretty well if they have done reorders, even with all of these different covers to choose from. There's that sketch cover. There's cover 3, Dillon Snook's cover B. I know it's like throwing a lot of ABCs and everything to you. Okay, so here, number 2 is also going to have a foil variant. Wow, there's a lot of covers for this. Here's one we don't even know what it looks like yet. Cover C for number 3. And, okay, cover B for number 2. And here's another one we don't know what it looks like. Cover C for number 4. Lots of issues. And then there's also... this one is sold out. This is that J. Lee cover G, but done in foil. So yeah, this is cover H. It actually goes all the way to, I think, I don't know. There's 12 different covers, including the second print, just for number 1. So you only need 1 to get the charm. It just depends on how big a collector you are of comic books or of Dead by Daylight merchandise. If you want to track all of these down, luckily there's fewer covers to get for the subsequent issues, number 2, 3, and 4. But issue number 1, including the second printing, there's 12 covers if you want to get them all. All right, just to let you know what's out there if you want to get it. So, they do come bagged. I already put mine all in comic book backing boards and bags. They do come bagged because they want to make sure that nobody steals your code for the in-game charm here. So you'll have to cut it open. And it says here, exclusive in-game code inside, but it's actually on the back here. So it says here on the back, code for exclusive cosmetic charm below. Enter your code by launching Dead by Daylight, going to the in-game store, and then selecting redeem code in the top right corner. Codes can only be used once. Only 1 code can be redeemed per account. So they're going to have every issue number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 is going to have one of these codes, and it'll look like whatever the basic cover is for each issue. So even though I just showed you there's 12 different covers for number 1, every code is only going to unlock a charm that looks like this. The basic cover for number 1. Same thing with number 2. There's going to be a code that'll unlock the basic cover as a charm for number 2, number 3, etc. So even though I showed you all 12 of those different covers, that's just if you want the aesthetic look for the comic book. You don't need to buy every comic book to get 12 different charms of all of those covers. This is the only charm that appears in game, this cover here. So this is a sticker on the back, and they want you to scratch it off. So you'll have to open it up to get at it. But one thing I did notice is that this red cover doesn't have the sticker on the back. So it must be actually inside. Exclusive in-game code inside. I know this one also says inside, but it ain't inside. It's on the back. So we're going to open this one up because my thinking here is that, you know, I would like to perhaps meet someone who works on Dead by Daylight in the art department and twist their arm into drawing me something on this, and it would need to be open for them to draw on it. So I think it makes the most sense for me to open this one up. So we're going to go ahead and cut this open and look for that code inside. I'm assuming the sticker will just be on the inside of this particular book, but we're going to find out together here. So, whoopsie. Well, it's not mint anymore, Mom. All right. And we'll just take it out like that. Oh, that's actually nice material. I like that. Huh. Okay, so let's hunt for this code. Where's it at? Don't tell me it ain't in here. Oh, I see. This is just a reskin of the basic comic. So is my code going to be back here at the back? Yes. So they just put this convention sketch blank piece over the top of the regular one, and my code is here on the inside. I see. Interesting, interesting. So you actually get a double cover for this. Huh. All right. So let's scratch this off. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's the typical codes that you see, like for a DLC code, a big long 30-character code, like the Amazon Prime gaming code, and only one use. So I can't, you can't get somebody to buy the comic and then share the code with you because it's one use, just for me. After I type this in, it'll say that it's claimed, and nobody else is going to be able to use it. Interesting. All right. So there's my code. Whee! We'll go type it in and see what it looks like in game. Okay, so here we are in game. If you've never put in one of these codes before, you go down to the bottom left here where it says store, and then the top right here where it says redeem code. That brings up this box, and we're going to put the code in here as found under the sticker that I scratched off on the back cover of my comic book. And I wrote it down here, and I am going to copy paste it in so that you don't have to watch me struggle with all of the typing. And we're going to paste that code in here. We'll hit redeem, and that should pop up my brand new charm in game. Let's see. There it is, Dead by Daylight issue number 1. All right, Killer and Survivor charm. So let's go and check it out here. So this is alphabetical, and it was in the uncommon. So we're looking for, there it is, D. Dead by Daylight issue number 1. When rebellious Frank crashed into the lives of Julie, Joey, and Susie, together they'll unleash bloody chaos onto the sleepy, dead-end town of Ormond. Witness the terrifying origins of the Legion. Cover art by Ivan Tao. So let's see that a little bit bigger. There we go. I guess it loses something blown up, but it, it's going to be shrunken down so much on the hook there. But there's your cover charm for issue number 1, and we'll have 3 more issues to come. Yeah, there it is on the hook. Pretty snazzy. All right, so that's how you redeem your code for the in-game charm for the first issue of the comic book. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. If you're looking for an issue of this comic book or all of the issues for this comic book, you can try eBay, or you can use the comic shop locator and put in your zip code and find the comic book shop that's closest to you and see if they're carrying any of these copies. My comic guy, he's been in the business like 30 years, and he had never heard of Dead by Daylight. He wouldn't have ordered it if I hadn't called him up and asked him to order me these copies. I think that that's probably going to be a typical response from your average comic shop, that it isn't something they're going to have decided to carry without knowing that people want it, which is why I encourage people to call ahead of time and put in pre-orders. But you never know. It's worth a call if you have someplace local. Otherwise, you'll have to resort to online through eBay to get one of the basic 8 covers, or I'll have that link to Forbidden Planet if you want to go high-end and even go after these virgin covers or the foil covers or whatnot. But that's all I have to show you today. Thank you so very much for watching. As always, I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.